Una where they watch me, this na quick message on the mpox sick na salon where they come out from Liberty Online TV. As of today, the case dem na salon just dey go up. For make sure say you no get this sick, National Public Health Agency don say we for wash we and all time avoid the push shaken and all and not go near a person wey get the signs dem of mpox. And sef, if you sabi anybody wey get high fever or rash and body, make im rush go na hospital one time. This message dey come to you from Liberty Online TV.
A nation forged in resilience from the ashes of the 11 years brutal civil war through the shadows of Ebola, COVID-19 and the mudslide. Sierra Leone rises, but the journey is far from over. Governance strain. Youth demand more. Women demand more. 60% in poverty. But what if the solutions lie not in silence, but in dialogue? This is not another talk show. This is State of the Nation, where every voice feels change. From Freetown to Kono, we are turning debates into action. No script, no spin, just Sierra Leoneans rewriting their future together. So we bring you a movement not just to speak, but to be heard. Speak out. Hold power to account. This is your nation. This is your voice. This is State of the Nation. Only on Liberty TV on Facebook, YouTube, and on www.libertytvonline.com. Every month, the last Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m. Tune in. The nation is watching.
I think currently I have a thing for Vicky Remo.
Hello viewers, we don dey bring different content dem to you and we no dey tire for make the content dem wey you like. And now, we dey bring fun and shorts with Adri. This na game show wey say your favorite celebrity, social media influencers, students and other people go play game dey like truth and shorts, charades, riddles and other game dem wey you sef go learn from. This content will come to you every Sunday, 9 o'clock na net. Now all the Liberty Online TV social media platforms then.
She chose number one. She's always number one.
Period.
On top.
Period. On top.
Yeah, man.
So not miss out. Join me for laugh with your favorite celebrity and social media influencers then.
You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. We they stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also na our website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will they bring the program come to you this Wednesday morning. Mina Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Today na Wednesday, the 18th day of June, 2025, sorry. And inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we can't talk about political party violence then, If people remember, February this year, the Sierra Leone People's Party (SLPP) begin a lower level elections. Them also complaints and video them don't they go round of violence them we don't they happen. And the All People's Congress APC party self they ready for getting lower level elections them from the violence where we don't begin seeing at the lower level elections for the Sierra Leone People's Party (SLPP). We can't talk about the effects where this go get to the country in peace if then kind of violence here continue, especially where the country they go towards the 2028 elections.
All right, this and plenty story them then at the program for you this morning as we can look at the violence then we don't they happen during the primaries of the political party them. Today we they focus on the Salon People's Party because now then first now the only political party we don't begin for all and lower level elections. Usai video and reports sent on the show say some violence sent on the happen inside the lower level elections there. If through lower level elections, violence they don't begin for happen now, how the 2028 elections get for turn like from political party supporter them. Now that's what they discuss inside the program this morning. Well, for if we look at this topic, we get the executive director of Humble Talk, Sierra Leone, where now a civil society organization, we don't they work around issues that we get for do with peace and most then can work na remote villages them outside they don't they engage people them for no but the importance of peace, especially immediately after the civil war. From that time day to now, Humble Talk Sierra Leone don't continue with them work within the work around peace. And this morning we get the executive director when John Corker day with we in the studio. Good morning and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show.
Thank you for having me. Good morning to everyone.
All right, that's our studio guest, John Corker, where they can look at violence where they happen now inside the Salon People's Party, the lower level elections. Where they continue with the breakfast show, you say for the watch we at some point go get the opportunity for the part of the conversation by way how we for send we you text message on the number +232 74 545. You self go be part of the conversation. We go read on our messages then later on inside the program.
Right, we continue with the breakfast show, but first we look at one issue. First, Usai, the rain them we don't they come this BNTM, don't they pour plenty house and property them, especially in Freetown. Well, people wait up na the Jotong community now Waterloo don't raise serious concern say anytime we're come everyone, they're not able for use the main road na this particular community. Let we just watch as David Yankes is bingo wakade and this bring come.
The plenty rain we don't they come this BNTM. Make plenty people don't raise serious concern. Also then say this rain don't disturb them bad one. And plenty community themselves now the country don't raise concern. But the thing them where the rain don't destroy. Like also fence they can broke, house they can further because of the past mark rain, roads then the well, water they carry picking and go, and plenty other bad thing them. And one of the community them where this rain don't affect. Now the Jotong community, now Waterloo, now the Western Area Rural District. People wait up now this community, don't they get challenge for use this road, especially bike, keke, and motorcar drivers them. Where this make them raise serious concern to Liberty Online Television. It's a one waka where we go do now this community, and at this then people here be say.
As for we waka na the road looks simple, the last time they affect you and the road is very poor. And the portable is too much, they affect you in the back. That is the only thing.
But how the road affect you now? From this morning, from what I make yesterday, this morning will be struggle with the horticulture. But as for we, the road, but we want the government to greatly at this area. They will not go to Spain. It's mama then back to papa, then they will not go to Spain. Because the road bad, from by Monday now, we're not going to the heat big force we done with but now we want the government to greatly they will make the good for you.
So they first started to now the gain away come, the road they all mess up. I see bike man they bang themselves this morning. I see man they jam themselves. People they go home will see the prison photo. So now that.
Then people here end up call on government and other sorry heart organization them for help make this road na this community as way then go tap the plenty accidents them where we don't they happen na this road. For Liberty Online TV, me na David Yankee Sise the report.
All right, from that report today, we can now in studio and engage with studio guest winner John Coker, the Executive Director for Fambul Talk International, for Fambul Talk Sierra Leone. As we tell on earlier say today, we can look at the violence that we don't begin come out so far from the lower level election them where the Salone People's Party don't begin for all different parts them in the country, and we they look at ahead of the next general election we go be 2028 if violence and don't begin for happen now during lower level election, waiting go happen where it campaign the general elections. Now that's what they discussed this morning, and if you say for the watch we get concern, you can send them through the number +23274200545 now WhatsApp. We will read your message later, or you can as well drop your message in the comment section now any of the platform them we do watch with this morning. Good morning one more time, Mr. Coker, and we don't tell listener then the topic we they look at. Not so secret say we don't see videos, we don't see pictures of violence and even protest before the PPRC the office. We don't see supporters and members of the Salone People's Party on the stage different protests them because they're not happy with the outcome of some of the lower level elections there. And some the PPRC get for do rerun. Clearly they show say tensions and the stakes are high within the Salone People's Party just for the lower level elections. We'll not reach it to the general elections we go be in 2028. Let we try for do some analysis during lower level elections. What are some of the reasons over years of being at this space as a civil society, working around peace, preaching against violence? What are some of the reasons them we make tension then so high in lower level elections?
Thank you very much. And I go put on this way simply that the stakes are very high. Because now the ruling party, everybody want to belong to the ruling club. So basically, the resources were involved also very much attractive. And some of the membership of the SLPP feel to say then we don't marginalize them over the years. So then they mobilize and try for assert the space. But however, the challenge we will get will make this lower level election very worrisome is the fact that there is silence about voting the go on. We will not get any statement from the leadership at this point. And it make we all a little concerned that if then things should happen, we will not get any statement. It can be misunderstood. Some go feel to say, then they in league with that, or some go say no. Then they try to address them quietly. However, whether they address them quietly or then they in league with that on manipulation, I think the public deserve the right to know how the issues also can be resolved. Because, the ruling party, we all see, and we believe, say, and not they tell well to the international community and even the public eyes. They even get a demonstration to PPRC about lower level election. We'll not ever get to the executive. So it's a little worrisome, but naturally it has been better over the years. When a ruling party conduct lower level elections up to the executive election, it can be a little bit of a challenge. And we hope APC, they're not going to copy their style sales. We don't know. But we want the leadership, the president, for come out strongly and condemn all the actors as soon as possible.
So the public silence of the ruling party regarding the violence when they happen, now that in lower level elections, same way they go on. Perhaps because we don't host the publicity sector, from where the tell us they do investigation. Up to this time, we don't hear any public announcements of waiting don't come out. Now the investigation where they do internally, but then violence here. Let we talk about the effects where this gets. Whether they want to do them quietly, but they not come publicly, the effects where it gets, where it appear at the public say, they're not there against this particular issue.
Naturally, it gets a very negative effect. It gets a negative effect is, it send a message of impunity that, person go do something, once you belong to a club, nothing will happen. So we not go want for get that kind of situation there. come 2028. So this now like early warning signals, early warning signs for sure say, 2028 will not get incumbent. All man set for the one seat. So if we're able to address the issues here, so now internally, within the SLPP, what in the other party go look like. And when it comes to the national, what thing go happen. So we expect both parties to conduct themselves in a way that, it will serve as an example for 2028 that there should be no violence. 2028, we all now one family, all man go and vote peacefully, and we all wait for the results, and hopefully we all go accept the outcome.
John Cocker, David at the studio to come back to you shortly. You still watch the Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV. And in case you get any question for ask or comments for make regarding the topic we look at this morning, when are the violence we don't happen at the SLPP lower level elections, feel free to drop your message, ask your question, make your comments in the comment section. Now the different platforms side they watch, will they come back shortly.
I think currently I have a thing for Vicky Remo.
Hello viewers, we don't bring different content then to you, and we know the tire for make the content then where you like. And now we dey bring fun and shorts with Adri. This na game show also your favorite celebrity, social media influencers, students and other people to play game they like, truth and shorts, charades, riddles and other game then where you self go learn from. This content will come to you every Sunday, 9 o'clock na net. Now all the Liberty Online TV social media platforms then.
She chose number one. She's always number one.
Period.
On top.
Period. On top.
Yeah, man.
So not miss out. Join me for laugh with your favorite celebrity and social media influencers then.
Welcome back. You still watch the Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV, and we come back to John Cocker, where they are this morning from Fumble Talk, where they talk about the implications them where the ongoing violence na the SLPP lower level election will get to the nation if then can violence here continue, leading to the 2028 presidential and parliamentary elections them. Let we go back to the issue of learning lessons. We all know say Salon go through civil war, and like you been stated earlier, not the first time this way political parties them, they get them elections them internally, but they can end up they get violence. In terms of lessons learned, they talk about warning signs them. This in any way don't show like then kind of violence where they happen. So political party like the SLPP where they in governance learn from the past.
This is a difficult question, I must admit, because I think the public self will bear me witness that one thing we Sierra Leoneans will not good at now for learn lessons. We keep making the same mistakes, over and over again. And we always get that tendency for tit for tat. This person do and myself go do am, without taking into consideration, the challenges, the outcome, etc. So, however, with the hope say, with the present leadership in the government, then go make we turn away from that chapter, make we learn from what they go on. So, how we go learn? As you say earlier, when something happen, then conduct investigation. It's always good for me then publish the outcome. And then publish the outcome we normally include recommendations. So that kind of document there, now in we all go learn from. Say, okay, next time the person will be give you money, will be do this for you, then go punish him. Or then punish you. If me see that happen, I go avoid. But if something happen, then conduct investigation, no report not come out, no know what happen. There is that tendency for things to say nothing happen.
The SLPP executive, for example, you think that they take this issue as serious as it's supposed to be, because we reach a point where allegedly with the voice of a video clip where people work out with on the social media where they allege that the first lady they make comments of then swaying over all these elections and where they happen, then they address this issue as serious as it's supposed to be.
I think I go associate myself with the way you put the question. Now, a concern for we all, and we hope say therefore address them. However, we not see any public signs of that being addressed. It is possible that then they address her internally. But what we say is, from the outside perspective, what come at the media, what come at the public, that we know. And sometimes even the clips that we go around, I can hesitate for even comment on that. But let's have an official statement from the chairman of the party, or the leadership. What we need for get an official statement, condemning or coming up with recommendations, coming up with a way forward, and make them lead by example. Now that's what we hope for see.
When you look at the trending issues or the emerging issues that are within the Salon People's Party, where they go through the lower level elections, we don't begin see Usai allegedly audio clips of the First Lady, the leak in a conversation with people then planning on how them for get the Kenema district elections, where eventually we see come through a Facebook page they celebrate say na Ion Camp Winam. If the president now, we're currently at the aim of leadership for the Salon People's Party, continue for stay mute or quiet in their issues there, what in day ahead for the Salon People's Party?
Well, I mean, not just for the Salon People's Party, now for the country. Because Salon People's Party is the governing party. And whatever they do, it get ripple effect in the country. Not they tell well. But I also want to say this early warning signs. 2028 will be a different ball game. We will get now. You get so then smartphones there. All conversation go likely to leak. Both parties then go use the media, the technology for get what in they go on from different sides and leak what in they want leak. So it's not good. It's not good. And if this happen at that level, it's not good. However, it's not strange also, because for the past 20 years, we don't see how successive ruling parties then can always go through their systems also, go through them can challenge her. But the caution we as Sierra Leoneans go say is, in most cases, it not the end well for the party if they're not addressed them quickly. Because then, after Chamoti also, they send signs to the losing parties then. They either go join another camp, or, then create their own camp, or something else. Because the stakes are high. So, me believe, say, within the leadership context, you need a decisive leader for make a statement that this is not allowed. This is the party of, everyone, or whatever it is. Anyhow, it can describe them, but let there be some unity.
For the leadership now, everyone seem quiet. Is it that they are playing safe, or people just afraid, say, if I talk now, I might lose my job? Because most of them are the executive, get government job, when appointment jobs.
Well, I mean, the continued silence not they do the party any good either. I believe, say, like any effective leader, you get for be decisive. You get for make a statement. You get for condemn who they condemn, and encourage who they encourage. But in the absence of that, I just hope say then go, manage themselves in a way that it not go spill over. But it not can end up well if they continue like this.
From your experience from peace talk, this particular situation where we talk about this morning, violence within a governing party, the internal elections, could this be deliberate acts, not for response to and publicly, or just taking the people for granted? Say nothing not go come out, we just do it in we supposed for do.
It's I'm not go pick any sides on that note. However, I believe say both parties know say the last election na small margin be there. So they're all too aware of the stakes, and they're all too they try for manage, the playing field in a way that they not go drab nobody. But if you continue for playing safe, in the end you lose more people than if you be very decisive. So with the hope say, they know what they need to do, but that is not for us to comment. What we can say is, as a public, we know say it not can end well if they continue them kind infight here so na the party. Because from our experience in our communities, even the small election, chieftaincy election, Mami Queen election, youth leader, when they lose inside, not get space for make event out in grudge, in frustration. In the end, then either just take the back seat, then decide not for go vote, or then decide not for participate in development in the community. So that is also a worrisome sign, because we want everybody to participate in the democratic process, and everybody in vote supposed for count. But within TSO, you might just alienate some people from participating come 2028.
Where you say in possibly not go end fine if it continue, how possible it be for it get an effect to the 2028 elections?
I mean, like me, fortunately, me don't live through a couple of elections. I would tell you, say, now that make, in Sierra Leone, we can normally say, 10 years. The 10 years, get for do with this kind of situation.
Is that realistic? That 10 years, is it realistic or not based on patterns?
No, based on that type of thing that has already go on. Not so intentional 10 years. Everybody wants for rule for the next 50 years. But if you continue like this, there is no way you go win election. If you're not able to put your house together at that level, and the grassroots and then get elections, now then they go out for vote, and then they make the noise. So if you're not able to keep them all together, there is no way you go win election. And if you lose up to 5 or 10% through that way, it's a major deficit in your overall count. So, these are all indication for make them try to do something and for make peace go reign in the country. Because these actions, they also send a wrong message to investors. That, if this thing don't start now, what will happen in 2028? So if you get your money, you go hesitate for release at this stage, because you go always, it might be worse 2028. But if this one go through peacefully, and so far the demonstrations have been peaceful, yes, then they get and challenge them, then the fight small, but it not escalate to that level yet at this point. We just hope they don't go manage that way, but they send the wrong message to the international community, to the investors them, that, if this happen now, 3 years from elections, what thing will happen during the election and after the elections?
At this stage, with then kind of violence here, other things say not the work not the right path. Is it the people way normally then can say politicians they use grassroots, for example, because when FET happen, they see person from the top come out, can't sit on the knock chest down. The most fan channels them where they go use for represent them. The young people for example, then don't they learn from the past elections where we don't get where violence can erupt, or then still they use them because sometimes some of them not get to work for do, then just defend their hand too much. So any political party can influence them for good or bad.
I mean, as I said earlier, we as a nation will not sing for the land. We'll go through 11 years war, and we'll still get some of the root causes of the war with we. Unfortunately, not a pattern. The youth there see this as their opportunity. And the whole electioneering process can be seen as an industry. Around this time, young people know say this is not the time for it. So you count something, then take. But what you try for educate them on is you can take and still be peaceful. You can engage constructively. But that message so far, I think they want the way they give them. They know they give them that kind of message. Then they give them with the intention, say, if you help me, when I go, I'll give you more. And with that kind of promise, you can do anything because you want more.
At this stage of the early politics, where the Salon People's Party, they go through them primaries, And just a disclaimer for viewers them, would they use the Salon People's Party as a case study because now them we don't see first they go through the lower level elections, we don't they get some violence. So they center the discussion around them where other party them back start then on lower level or go still car with John as the experts now for doing analysis. So now don't begin the issues of money. They take the center stage. Some man they accuse say power. They take the center stage. Based on analysis, now money they at play on a power fist they at play na the SLPP lower level elections.
Now a combination of both.
How so?
Because in most cases, if you get money, you not get the backing, the authority, and not effective. You know, you're not able to do what you want to do. But if you get a combination of both, you get some resources and then you get the political influence, my God, nothing not the way you know where you go feel to say you're not able to. But the Lord they watch you.
According to the alleged leaked audio of the First Lady, it states and clearly say a man they support would him be one for support, even pull money game. And by the look of things, is it possible say the First Lady we don't take a center stage in the SLPP lower level politics and we don't position himself for be a kingmaker? We don't even see, although it not confirm it through in social media handles because now somebody where they speak through social media a lot, but when they see a flyer, they go around say, a one for be flag bearer for the Salon People's Party, and by the look of things, it get the backing of a husband?
Well, at this stage, I think we'll all go wait and see if that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's not just a speculation.
Yeah.
Flyer, and not come out with any official statement yet. But make we see, make we wait and see. And I believe, say, yeah, it could be a difficult sell. It could be a difficult sell. You know, the husband just come on. You know, then you go begin describe the type of government, the type of party. You know, but anything can happen. As I say, it could be a difficult sell, but again, with resources, with power. But one thing I know, the people of Sierra Leone will make the decision.
But before it comes to the people of Sierra Leone, now the people within the SLPP delegates them, therefore make their decision.
Yeah, that's an internal issue. That's an internal issue within the party. And I believe, say, as a party, then get the right for choose anybody they want to choose. But if I can advise them, therefore choose somebody where they know, say, na person where the public go buy, you know, na person where they can market easily to the public.
Not a sellable candidate?
I'm not say sellable or not sellable. I just say it's a difficult sell. You know, it's a difficult sell. You know, you get some other players that we don't position themselves. Mm-hmm. You know, you get some players that we believe, say, then don't understudy, you know, the president. So naturally, now then the next. You know, so how that could look like? I mean, I could be very honest. That is it. The vice president in Sierra Leone today, on record, you know, SLPP, you know, APC, go know, say one of the most loyal vice presidents.
It don't seem for they come out during this time where then they discuss the lower level elections. All the people that way don't they come out, you go hear the First Lady or that of the radical inclusion. Now then don't they come out, they give people them reason for speculate, say, we are going for this. The vice president in just the night in corner, very quietly, only they see them, they make appearances, now official events.
I'm not going to talk for him, I'm not going to talk for any of the candidates there, but I believe, say, even though they not talk, but quietly, whether a talk or a not talk, by imposition, in the immediate, you know, like they can say, not the immediate candidate for the party, but then they go through the process, and then they go through the internal systems then for me then choose who they for choose.
And some of the internal systems then don't begin so right now because now from an inside then can don't they gauge. You know, so you get them kind of ambition, then they try to get you stronghold, then they develop from the internal elections, then before they come to the delegates them at the end of the day. Like you say, if the first lady, if what we don't see at the social media happen for B2, because from what don't they happen salon where we the any side smoke can come out, fire can end up the day. From the way how things don't they go, if the SLPP reach a point, then give the first lady, Madam Fatima Bio, then flag bearer position. What do it will mean for a party like the SLPP?
I mean, I'm not going to make any official statement on that because then for check the internal, they must get an executive, they must get the systems there, they must do some assessment, nationwide. Because we also get
some of them speculations here where they go around, people come out for TICAM wholly and solely. For example, like we say, no public statements not come out. We even don't see flyers where they go around now of where like if somebody go make flyer of me, for example, say maybe I want for contest or position, I will come out and say this is not from me if it not come from me. But we not don't see it also a dismiss the flyers, for example, where we don't see they go around, they speculate, say a one for take up after in husband.
Well, you see, in leadership struggle, some people can like test the waters. It might not be in your making, but the people already around them, because of the benefit or they don't benefit this last 5 or 10 years, then she said that benefit they for continue for another 5 or 10 years. So now them might they push them. And maybe instead just they quietly they observe. If the public buy the idea, who am I to say no? But we they say
test the water.
So something like I know they say in the tester, because it not come out with any statement. But like any leader,
we
people,
see it they chant a slogan where other SLPP party people and they chant now instead of they part of it.
How about you put it this way? Say it can be a distraction. In potential candidacy, it can be a distraction.
So think it's high time like come out and talk to the public. Address, say for example, I see flyer they go around where not they come from my office.
I mean, naturally, we all go want to say something. We all want to say something as early as yesterday. Because this not go down well, even for the party. Because if the part in WEF say one contest, all man for sit down. You can talk about then they pull you. And it's about, they get 3 years. And if they bench you for 3 years, we all go be the same.
That's don't come back to the next question, the earlier question I'll be trying to ask you, say, if people are now in the executive, wouldn't they expect for come out and take ownership of the party? Because it is now a clear say the SLPP just did between two people, that of the radical inclusion and that of the first lady in camp. Even the executive themselves, now they see people that like the secretary general.
The vice president is out?
I'm not saying that. Based on social media ranting them, now that are the talk. I'm not saying the vice president is out. Of course, the vice president will only they see how they make appearances on official issues. Nobody not ever see it come out or anybody they talk about a movement to get for do with them. So the executive now failing for come out and say it's high time we focus on we party. Let nobody no talk about succeeding president BOA to still get a leader at the party. Now their job then they try for protect.
Well, you see, that's exactly the situation. Because at this stage, you work, I mean, your job where you get, now it pleases His Excellency for most of them. And we all know, say, the mommy and the pa now of the same coin. Then two, then very close, then two love themselves. So it's a difficult one, but I just hope say the leadership within the party go try for address them quickly. It's high time they really come out with a statement, And I listened the other day one thing where they say one audio something like say the vice president will make a statement saying that they come together, now they go together. These are all speculations. What we go like for see is make the leadership come up with a statement. But talking about a safe space again, maybe then they play a safety election, the executive election. Because within the SLPP constitution, they get certain procedures for choose the flag bearer. As it is, I don't study both parties the constitution as it is presently. Now only one person go make Fatima Bio become a candidate. Past president Bio.
Is she that influential for able to reach your point?
The system will deal within the constitution. Because if you gain a certain position, for make you become eligible, for me they vote for you, for be flag bearer.
You didn't know that position?
No.
Also, how the position described to we viewers?
Well, I think you go left that question there for the next for the SLPP PR when it can.
Possibility there for
certain provision where you forget certain status. Where for now, what I talked to one lawyer friend, he said about 5 of the normal day in that category. Even Schengen not qualified. Within the constitution.
Based on the SLPP constitution.
Yes. So, but anything can happen between now and the executive elections. So maybe now all they make the lower level elections so tense. Because if you get it right, then can amend the constitution, then can do X, Y, Z, and then it can open the door for others for come on board.
Is it possible, let me say, the wife of the president influential to a point where he perhaps go able forget in way through all these lower level elections, forget a safer space where perhaps if this suspicion where people only get say one for contest, label forget a safe landing?
I go tell you, say everybody getting strategy. Me way I mean a strategist. And one thing I believe, when you draw your strategy, you get plan A, plan B, and you get a safe space. So the chances are really odd, realistically. But, as you rightly say, if it come up with a very good strategy, where it able for get hand of the lower level elections, then they go give them more chances for get to the.
A lot of people they wonder, say, how come the wife of the president don't take a center stage in the politics, the internal politics of the SLPP?
Well, make her back up a little bit. I think not only don't take a center stage in the affairs of the SLPP, but in the running of the country. I mean, she's very influential. Now, one of the most influential first lady we certainly don't ever get. So maybe not in this position, now somebody very powerful, eloquent. So maybe it just weaving way through.
Influential in this context, waiting it mean, is it that major decisions then for the nation in voice candidate or it can get the final say before in Canada?
Final say no. Final say now only His Excellency the President get the final say. But we all are married man there. Married man and married woman, we all know. Say Bokutin, now we're best party there. Now we're best confidence. And the job of being a president, sometimes you go see a lonely job. And you only person where you talk to confidently. When you come out, you stress, you get issues there. Somebody try to backstab you. Are you wife? And if you get a trusted wife where you can really discuss with, you open up. And it's possible that is the case. But me not go one for join any boat for speculate, because it's really the chances are odd that will happen.
You just make mention, say, according to the SLPP constitution, even Dr. David Stenger, now the leader of the radical inclusion movement within the party, not qualify for be flag bearer for 2028. At what point you feel say then go step or then go fall along the line, the race?
No, the point what they make is at this stage, according to the constitution, it could be difficult. He is new, not a young man. The pattern of this country, we all know say most times now President Bionomo can broke that small for be a younger president. But most times we can let for the safe hands of the elderly people there. But anything can happen between now and the elections. So the executive elections. So if that happens, of course, it go qualify. But just as it is today, is different from what will happen the next 1-2 months. So that not mean to say it not go qualify for 2028, but na part of in strategy for make sure say it open the way. And of course, they all the influence the lower level elections for make sure say what they want. I mean, the thing the way they want at that level, then go try forget and day.
Now the influence make this kind of violence don't begin shown at the lower level election.
You get direct and indirect. And I believe, say, indirectly, the fight for the leadership, they influence the outcome of the lower level elections also. Because from what we know, what me personally know in my observations is not just those two camps. You get some camps that way they do them thing quietly. We don't see what thing they happen at some lower level election then. But it's up to the public for make their decision. At the end of the day, SLPP go come up with a candidate, but that no guarantee say that candidate will be the next president. Until they market them to the people of Sierra Leone say yes to that person, then that person they go likely become the next president. But that not then your homework for make sure say they do their own internal mathematics for get the best candidate for put.
But currently, based on what's on they happen so far, yes, now the public will get for decide. Whose path you think say the public they look for towards the 2028 elections? Is it still this personal or individual gains, or people they look for policies or options where the political parties them get for present?
We the hope say the economic situation go improve between now and then. But if the economic situation not improve between now and then the public will be very vulnerable to manipulation. Because then, it's easy for make we as the public we forget say that decision we they make, it will affect you for 5 years. Because when you think of your present economic status, not just your immediate concerns or needs you want to satisfy. And when you do that, we might, found ourselves in the wrong boat. So 2028, for now, it's wide open.
Let we look at a conversation we seem for the missing na the room from both main political parties and the issue of how for talk to them, support them against violence. Right now, everybody, they get up, even the APC, don't they see different people and they come out say they want for be aspirants them for the flag bearer position. Now the SLPP, they go through the lower level elections, but the issue of peace and non-violence seem missing in all of them political conversation that we don't start. How una civil society for position on ourselves now and engage them political party, just like how they analyze the stakes are very high for 2028, so that una go begin engage them early for fence strategies, how for reduce the tension na both parties.
Yes, civil society gets a major role for play, and we hope say we go put our house together and start early. But non-violence campaign, non-violent messages, some of the political parties not see us in their interest, because some parties then, some politicians then can thrive when there is conflict, when there is confusion.
Why?
Because some will not get nothing for tell the people. Then just will come lie per we back. So. But if we day in peace, we get meeting at the communities, they will get meeting at the offices there, wherever we invite them for talk to we. You go observe, say that type of engagement, they're not going to be that willing if they not get much for say. But if there is confusion, you call and can't talk, it's easy. So I think now we for try as a public for ensure that we're very mindful that the politicians then go want for use we or go want for continue for use the public for their young gain. Some bad politicians then, we can get good politicians then also. And now we for resist. Now we for make sure we be our brother's keeper or our sister's keeper. But at the end of the day, politicians, they don't just want give money 2 or 3 months to elections, spend as much as possible, confuse everyone, hopefully they win, then continue.
So how the citizens them for able draw the line between using us, wait and come for politics, you give we money, we cause violence to ensure say we help you for put you in that position. The way you did it, the same citizen embargo begin grumble about the social contract. Thing the way then go down promise them say even the basic amenities them for let them go get them, it will be difficult, John.
This is not a systemic problem because the way we look at elections in this part of the world, and I think in many parts, is just that 2-3 months to election. And I believe say if we try for change the mindset of the public, if we really try as much as possible for start for engage them now, engage the students that will reach that age for vote, we potentially go reach the age for vote 2028, the first time voters. Engage the women, engage the youth them. Let's try to do that early. So if we go consistently for 2-3 years to election, the message go home. But if we wait just 3 to 4 months to election, there will be message overload. The people then go find it difficult for process. Which message for take? The politicians' message, the civil society message, the national, the elections. So you get different messages. But if we start now, for example, if we can get the Ministry of the Ministry of Civic Education for include Dentiaso in the school curriculum. We also look at the past because we always the advocate for make we take the TRC recommendations them seriously and make them be part of a school curriculum. Because then the students will always be mindful of we don't come with that chapter there, we don't want to go there again. The public will be mindful of that. But without that type of history or knowledge, we might slip to the same mistake. We might make the same mistake back, and we hope we're not going to ever get to that point.
Some people might not consider the violence where they happen internally at the SLPP lower level elections as warning signs because some man go just say that in the internal politics, generally they go say Sierra Leone peaceful, but if you talk to a peace expert, you go say the absence of war not mean say you for go home and be comfortable. At this point, with the early warning signs here, should the public remain comfortable, say, oh, we're not hearing gunshots, waiting and depend on the internal party affairs, let them continue? Should they be comfortable with this kind of situation?
No. The public not for be comfortable. The public for be concerned. More so this is happening, through the ruling party, when at the government of the day. They send wrong signals. But at least people like you and other media houses don't start to raise this concern. And by the time when I raise them to a point, we hope some action could be taken. But it is not something that we should just, accept. We for address them, we for find a way, for begin for engage with mama them, for me then talk to their husband, talk to them boy picking there, talk to them girl picking there, sister talk to your brother. We forget that one-on-one campaign. For me, people know say elections is not a do or die. But right now, you ask people how 2028 go look like. Some man they begin fair money for buy ticket. We will not get tickets, we go back now with village there. No, but that is not good. It didn't make so we development plan just for 5 years. No, there should be a continuum. This guy will go, we'll vote peacefully, we'll continue. But if we engage early on non-violence education, it will help, it will minimize. But what happens so at the lower level election, now early warning signs. We will not get to the executive level yet. We will come back one day and discuss about the executive level. And it might not be it might be worse than what happens so. Because in a flag bearer. So we just hope President Bio will come out with a statement. Because again, you get to look at the culture of the party. The leader in the set the culture within any institution. So if it's if a party will get a culture of being peaceful, the leader na in they set the pace. Now if I come out and address them and say, no, this should not happen. We are a peaceful party. Now we they in power. Anything we do, it will affect the people of Sierra Leone. Until the president come out with that statement, or the leader of the party for come up with that statement, it will continue for send some, worrisome signs to the public and to the international community as well.
The transition themselves can be very tense. Transitioning from one government to another, especially them where a particular government can don't do 2 terms. The most recent one will go one for reflect on now the 2018 transition. In fact, it take a time before stability then at the country. And some of them things there, so the leader themselves gets their own role for play during the transition period. How leaders then for work together and ensure a smooth transition without any violence in a country, John?
Well, you see, this will be the discussion now. How parties therefore choose their leader. Which type of leader will go be appropriate, not just for the party, but potential, because once you are flag bearer for any of the 2 parties, you get 1 foot in, 1 foot out from State House. So until the parties then choose a leader where they think about the implications, a leader will able for put a team together, a leader will not a revenge, a leader will go able for be tolerant, will go be open to criticism. These are the characteristics of a good leader where we need in this country. And we advise political parties then, make them choose leader along those lines. Leader will go come in and unify the country. We're not going to rule based on partisan basis. Until we go beyond that level of winner take all, because like now, what made the stakes then become so high, and the fever they go up and up every day, the temperature they go up, and because of winner take all, the opposition go say we don't there for 10 years, we don't see the body weight, we don't see what thing they happen, so you want to do everything for make it go in this time. The ruling party said don't they for X amount of years, they said no one for let go. Because them don't in that same position about 10 years ago. So with that in mind, they can do anything. But until we go back and say, whether I win or I lost, I belong to the system, the governance system. Because in governance, make room for both parties, for all political parties. Appointment, give them consideration. Then they feel belong. This do or die go be minimized. But it just take one crazy leader for go the different path. And we continue for wreck. It's a challenge. But we hope say the parties them, we're not going to tire. We'll continue for talk. Make them choose somebody where by in this position, now possibly go unify the country. By in comments, honestly, make a look at 2007 and 2018. I go tell you say now almost the same pattern. Just that 2007 when APC come, then do their own COI quickly. But then 2018 the COI be prolonged. But now the same thing. So it's like this tit for tat. Now in we get for try for avoid, make we able for see governance as a continuum way, not to just with this particular I might lose my job. And we all know what it means when you lose your job. So this is some of the challenges in the way they affect you.
You just don't describe the kind leader where the public for lookouts for ahead of 2028. Yes, right now we not officially see people on the come out, but from the opposition, for example, we don't host different people we already don't aspire say they want for be flag bearer. From the names them we don't hear from the ruling as well. We get that kind of picture of description where you just give of that kind of leader where perhaps go come in governance where people go expect say go change the story where we know say don't they be from Alassane to Alusain.
I love that. I think we can left that question there for the political parties then for decide. Because some of them candidates also, when they aspire for flag bearership, then they hide the actual traits them. Then they come out like say, then an angel there, then a saint. I think say it's high time, the media try for dig up some of them why also and help the public for decide. But if you look at a candidate where let's look at their experiences. Make not talk, but the experience, your past actions, for determine your suitability for that office. We don't want to forget social media president. You get some people where they can be so well loved by social media because they know they interact with them directly. Now just post. They can just write anything, write nice things, we all buy. But once you engage with them, you get a one-on-one with them, you might see the other side of her. So with the hope, say the political parties then go try for organize a series of discussions, debates, for guide them, for choose carefully who that could be the best leader for Mama Sarah Leone.
Now I just put you on the spot. The stakes for 2028, how high you they see them? Because you don't get into the civil society space for a very long time. You don't see transition after transition. You don't see party then they pick the leader them one after the other. By the look of things and all indication now, the one way they come out from the opposition, the one the way they reinforce or they speculate first they get interest for the ruling party. How high are the stakes for 2028?
I will be very honest. The stakes, one go say at the highest level we Salondo ever get.
Why?
Because of what involved. This revenge. Now, if you look at since the end of the war, we don't get the two parties then. Where this come, it try for overturn. What in the other hand we don't do. The other hand come instead try for overturn. So until we get a government where they come in, where we pray to God, more get a government they come 2028. We know they come for revenge. We know they come for say tit for tat. We know they come for do things because of partisan basis. When they come for unify Sierra Leone, it will always be that high. But these stakes, 2028, they are very, very high. The highest level so far.
But many a time when they government after government, when they come so far, then they say we want accountability. Is it that then they hide the revenge syndrome under the accountability when they push for?
Well, this is not the challenge. Absolutely, yes, to that. Because, if you get systems then we built within the government, you no need for revenge at the end of any transition. Because now they pick as then they move along. You get systems then where na a cycle, na system where they go on. Something go wrong, address them. But for now, if all that make would go through all of this bad challenge, because the opposition sit down the wait say, they wait for 2028. So even for engaging now for be constructive, then they wait for make things go that bad, thinking to say it go give them the edge. And the present ruling party back, they try for just do everything for 2028. So basically, then therefore we as a nation need for go beyond that.
As high as the stakes them go day for 2028 elections, based on your experience, is it possible with the foresee division of political party then fractions then, because everybody wants to forget flag bearer position for contest as president for 2028? Because in the days of former President Nkrumah, then tell me I will be done to see political cross carpeting being boku. But this time around, we're not hearing more of political cross-carpeting. But the way how the things they go, is it possible for a fraction end up then at both the APC and the SLPP when are the two oldest party them?
When that day we can say now God they take care of Mama Salon. Because in most cases, all man go plan, all man go strategize, but what thing God wants, now ain't go happen. And we will not say God likes Sierra Leone. Because in most cases now that go end up. More so within, in the history, in the past, within the ruling party. Because they all get access to some resources. So if you say, you can just go form new party quickly and can contest. Some of them don't go receive money from some patron for can contest, then no one go give the money back. Instead of working together as a party. But with the hope, say, the leadership of both parties there, for be mindful of that tendency and try for unify the parties them early. Because when they are not together, it also affect the country. The issue of cross-carpeting, they address them within their constitutions then. Because it has been in the past, they don't try for addresser. So we all hope and pray that, the person will get Sierra Leone at heart. The party will get Sierra Leone at heart, now in for win. Not a party where they think about themselves or their family.
Between the APC and the SLPP, when are the leading party then, will they foresee this? Any one party they will get Sierra Leone at heart?
Now, so they say. They all two they claim that.
What do you say? Based on your experience.
No, I go reserve my opinion.
Based on the manifesto performances whenever they give in power.
Because you don't in existence, both don't come in ruling, both don't go in opposition.
One way for describe them two parties that you have is one mostly grassroots, the other one are elite.
Who's one of the grassroots, who's one of the elite?
The man at street safe know that.
In terms of addressing the people's need, who's one can make efforts?
They all do know they try. The one thing I go say, in terms of, words, policies, President Bio try. Education. We all know how Zimbabwe they now in the world because of education. We talk about food for all. Although they happen. So the point is, on paper, the president gets very good policies. But in the implementation, like now, I could be honest for say this online, on air, that we as Fambu Talk, we work with communities then, different parts. And, the agriculture ministry is supposed to get seeds for give communities then for plant. They say the communities then for go register, the Ministry of Agriculture, the district then. We don't go do all of that. But now, we're not getting no seed. So we're going to buy seed rice for give community and for plant. What should they expect, say, the government will allocate money for people and for plant rice across. And just about 14 communities combined, they're able for plow 276 acres. You can do the mathematics for 3,000 communities. We go feed yourself. But on paper, it's good. But it comes to the implementation. This again politics. The opposition waiting at the other districts, they try for sabotage this. They are waiting under one finish in us. These are the problems.
President Bio in government gets good policies. So is it that now the right people are not able to identify, put in the right place, we make things they like how they, if the policies and they but are not able to implement?
The type of political system where Sierra Leone seem for the use, the political parties there, now mostly that of transactional. You contribute to my campaign, when I win, I fence side for you. So if even you not qualify, I defend side for you for make you get something back. And I think say that they affect, the selection process. And we when scholars of leadership, then go tell you say you could the leader go be a very good leader only if you're able to choose the team where they deliver. Because you as leader, you're not one person. You're not there everywhere. Now the team now you depend on. If you get the right team, the combination, then go deliver.
So how the politics of reward they affect governance service delivery?
As you rightly said, you put the wrong person in the position because you want for compensator. But if you look at, you go through a public appointment system, we get the public for vet each other's appointment there. you go see some difference. Because then they know say, now president appoint me, but are accountable to the people.
With the way how the political dynamics they na Salone at the moment, it possible to see a government of national inclusion at any point after the 2028 elections. Also, we see people from the SLPP can serve, or people from the APC serve na SLPP government, smaller parties then create room for them.
In governance, it's not going to be healthy.
Why so?
Because, you know, a lot of sabotage might come at play. Because then, you know, the one way they represent the opposition party, they're always loyal to an opposition leader. And they go try for the leak, everything where they go. So the issue of loyalty, divided loyalty, will come at play. But what thing they for consider for do is, you get committees then. You know, involve the opposition in other committees then within the governance system. At the cabinet level, I don't think that's a good idea. But in other positions, then parastatals, other things, then appoint them, make them public, give them condition, and make them work through them terms then.
But if they talk about national cohesion, where Salone badly need now, based on other people's opinion, you know, feel say having a government of national inclusion or national unity could be the best pattern of governance?
Now one system of governance that. But for make I say that the best, I go hesitate.
It's not good for Salone?
I'm not to say it's not good or a bad, because it depends on the leadership. If you get a leader who is very decisive, who appoint you, not perform a fire you, that is different. It might work. But I think what we need are more of systems in place. Systems in place, parliament for operate effectively, you know, independently, get the judiciary for operate effectively, independently, get the police for operate effectively, independently. So in like the police council, find a way for combine, you know, the parties then for serve at that level. Because we all know the role of the police. You know, the judiciary, find a balance. You know, so through that, anything, you know, we might just fortunately get to the other end of, you know, good governance.
All right, John, we'll look at messages then we don't come for you. Then we'll come back to you. We'll go look at some of the messages the owner don't send for John Cocker. The first one they take from Abdullah Lukule na YouTube, they say, how can the SLPP ensure that the problems encountered during the lower level election do not reoccur? And what mechanism should be established to achieve this?
All right, we look at more messages we don't come. This one, the Facebook page, Sembe Pierre, they say, this man just don't spoil the whole interview because he refused for talk the truth. Are you civil society activists? We are watching you.
Samuel Thorley, they say, the only way to change the minds and perception of the people in Sierra Leone is to tell them the plain truth, nothing but the truth.
Ronald Beresford Ignatius. George Stone say, to put it simple, tribalism has failed Sierra Leone. Unless you have a thick skull, can't you see that those in power enjoy the rest of the grassroots remain rooted to the ground?
This one, they say, we need to bring back truth, honesty, dignity, and self-respect in our society.
Uncle Sule at the Facebook say, what about banning political agendas and us making a national agenda for the whole country as to which winner of national elections will work with as to other countries? For example, if the people through parliament say these first 5 years fix our economy, health and education, we need to make priorities that these politicians must work towards and later assessed by the people.
All right, this one, they say you guys are talking about 2028, forgetting that there is a constitutional review process in the pipeline, which I strongly believe it is a magic bullet for President Bio.
Lamin Denke, they say independence of the security sector is very key at this moment for them not to be allowed to be used by powers that be.
This one is, John, do you think the APC House is in order and they are ready to assume power in 2028 with 18 names up as flag bearers?
More messages we look at this morning. This other one will come out from Frederick Bilal Mansare. Say, good morning, Liberty. The SLPP seems to be facing a tough time. It's surprising that the executive members of the party are quiet while flyers showing the First Lady's intentions to run for the flag bearer are all over the social media. This has raised many questions among supporters and the general public. People are wondering why other government ministers have been asked to stop campaigning, yet the First Lady's flyer continue to circulate without official statement from the party. As the leader of the SLPP, President Bio should speak up and guide the party. His silence may create confusion and division among members. If the party wants fairness and unity, then the same rules must apply to everyone. Ignoring this issue could bring more problems in the future. This situation is worth thinking about carefully. It's not just politics, it's about leadership, fairness, and future for the party. Just a food for thought.
This other one, we don't come na the program from Osfren Kama. They say on point, sir, systems and institution changes are needed in our nation.
The stake for 2028 is high. SLPP is not Sierra Leone, not to then get the country. This time, man to man, APC they campaign mass southeast. If they try nonsense, ACSL they conduct free and fair election. They will be transparent. They will be transparent. They will not tabulate and announce the rights. If they want peace, it will be peaceful election. But if they try anything will happen 2023, they will meet the toughest forces Sierra Leone has ever experienced.
All right. This one, they say a government of national unity is only effective solution to 64 years, my friend. Nothing else will just be the same old same.
One from Fode Mustafa Toure. It says civil societies and press are largely responsible for these situations. Even the civil societies have accepted mediocrity of these parties, and that's the reason why they have taken sides. The civil society should be firm on the side of the people for government to deliver basic services like drinking water, electricity, and good health care.
The last one they take now from Albert Fuji. They say why everything is different in Sierra Leone. Ghana just recently concluded a general election, and we are seeing the current president paying his former visit, and both presidents, past and present, are always sitting together in attending state and civic functions. Can we also have the same? The nation's interest is bigger than any individual or political party. It's time to foster unity for national development and growth.
Thomas Rogers, they say, I don't believe the APC party is ready to take power in 2028. Many of those declaring their interest in leadership don't seem to have genuine intentions, especially since the party itself is not united. During the last press conference, the APC openly stated that whoever wins the flag bearer position will be controlled by the party leadership, which is quite concerning.
All right, from the messages and there, Mr. Coker.
I will start with the one where talk about the truth. I want just tell that person say my role not to can give the truth, or I mean are there for analyze, and make a point, make me observation, but the truth in a relative term. But I think most of the Texas they're all on point. The issue of APC, if they're ready for take power with 18 flag bearers, it left to them what kind of internal process they get for select the flag bearer. So again, I'm not going to comment on that if they're ready or not. But basically, I'm impressed that people really try to engage, with this conversation at this time. Nobody knows it is not timely. It's a timely conversation, and with regards, the most of the comments they really are directed to the party, to SLPP as a party. So I hope say in the near future, I'm going to go keep them and try to make them can respond to them questions also, because SLPP for now, they are the ruling party, and whatever they do, it affects we all. So I also want to join that text where we say it is not good for make the First Lady, flyer day all around, and the other people, and then stop them. If that is the case, I think you need to create a level playing ground. It's either the campaign open to all man, or the campaign not open to nobody. But I think at this point, the leadership of the SLPP for come out with a statement for clarify, that. But again, in leadership, then go choose for either plan safe, they observe, see if the public go accept, or when they deal with the part in wealth, you got to take them. Because nobody in position not safe. And when you don't talk, you go condemn. When then can I say? Now morning you go get the press release. But basically, with the hope say, as a party, then get the national executive, therefore sit quickly and address this issue. The earlier the better, because it also not good, not just for the party but for the country. Because it is different signals. And nobody not go on for make. We think say, na inclusive leadership will get. Now two, three people in the run the country. Now one person they run the country. And when things not go well, we expect that person for come out and tell we say, this is not what I want. This is how it should go. So President Bio, we hope say, he will come out and talk to we. If even not talk to we as a nation, but make it address the party along those lines. I think the earlier the better.
Even though they're in opposition, but the APC said don't pull their own timetable, then they forget themselves on lower level elections. From waiting, we don't see they happen within the SLPP. Anything they for let them learn from ahead of their own?
It could be slightly different, because the APC, although I see a different, from in the past, opposition campaign not by expensive. Because they can just go with the tide. But what thing we might get this year, with the names, the 18 names showing up, and most of them they're really well to do. So you don't know what will come out of that. So, there is a tendency that maybe they might just deviate from the past. Where you expect the opposition for get peaceful lower level elections, and they might even be worse than what in SLPP than they experience now. But at the end of the day, we hope say the leadership then for both parties go address the entire and make them take note.
The kind amount of people they come on for show interest for their own leadership, you think it will be quiet?
No, make I tell you something. For most of their names, they not just recognition.
I think so.
I mean, it's I don't get long in civil society for no say. Some people when they show up, they not even get iota of chance for even be district chairman. They want to be president. Make we be honest. Make them not feel to say for be president of Salona and you can just grab no more, you be president. No. Let's have people with experience. Not only the experience in governance, but experience either managing your business. But you don't just come, get nothing of that just because you count portfolio money. Then give, I think we don't cross that stage. So make we left that give them. The one that where they show up for made them just notice them. Mostly if they win for appointment. Because then automatically they become stakeholders. So now the game they play. I mean we all see what's happening in SLPP. Now be 20, they come out in 2018. But one person eventually emerged. So make them play their game. We as spectators, make we continue for observe what they go on. We'll get about 3 years of, watching how things unfold.
We still get 3 years of watching, but it just feels like now the election and next year. Why there's so much eagerness?
Because of the tension. The stakes. Because a man they see the 3 election now next month. So he want to do everything now. So basically, maybe this will be good news for the people. If they do active, good politicking, we the people go benefit. Because me them can't tell, me them can't give you what they get, Now so it can normally be. But if not just for divide and rule, we hope say all politicians therefore be mindful that we get International Criminal Court, and Sierra Leone they on the spotlight for most, you know, in most cases, you know, people in the watch Sierra Leone. So if person feel to say it go incite people them, it cause chaos or conflict, if that person feel to say it go free, it's not possible. Nowadays, according to the human rights standards, wherever you go in the world like a village, a global village. If you feel to say go take as much as you can and escape, no, it's not possible. Because the systems, the human rights mechanisms, they're well built for go after you wherever you are in the world.
Looking at the leadership style of President Bio, you think say it sets the bar high to a point where it go difficult for like get a successor within the names and where they come at the SLPP?
That's not your internal conversation, you know. But I believe say, you know, eventually somebody go come up. You know, no matter how high it sets the bar, you must get people there within the party. We go meet in standard. And I believe say, as a good leader, you always want to set the bar in a way that the way they come after you for do more than you. So I hope say that's not the case, and it will be willing for choose the right person. We go can for build on what he don't do. You know, who knows?
Hi, John. As we wrap up this conversation now, both political parties, the APC and the SLPP, hopefully, according to the APC, then timetable them being published, then for start the own lower level election sometimes in August. The SLPP they on their own now, waiting for be the conversation from the leaders them, running down to the supporters them in a form of telling them not for make span violence.
Would you expect a bold statement, a bold and decisive statement from both parties there, the leadership? You know, make them know say, you know, being quiet, not they solve the problem. Being quiet not mean to say you know, like you observe. You just make things get worse. Be decisive, make them clear, because it's not in the interest of any party for make conflict continue for then in this country. Because things not go work well. It's always good for we continue for enjoy peace, and when you come up as leader, your agenda will be, you know, implemented smoothly. But in the absence of that, it's difficult. You know, so we hope say, you know, both parties go immediately, as soon as possible, come out with statements condemning, you know, violence at all levels within the party, that it is not acceptable.
All right, many thanks for joining with this morning. We can do some of the analysis there. So how political party them for ensure say the small violence that don't happen now during lower level election, they avoid them, and talk about some of the implications where this gets to national peace. Most probably we're going to get you more often now because it's the season. The APC self go starts their own lower levels election just now. And if eventually some of them things they are come, we'll go count you back, we can do some of the analysis there. That'll be a pleasure for host you this morning, John.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, that's been John Cokaina, the Executive Director for Fumble Talk Salon. We'll be look at the violence that don't come out so far from the SLPP lower level elections. Continue for Watch Liberty TV throughout the day. We'll get interesting content them will produce for now, and also every day we bring Kanto an interesting conversation for bringing us closer to the issues where they happen in Sierra Leone and all over the country. We don't bring Kanto on some of the trending issues them every morning our breakfast show and some of the other programs them. Make Liberty TV you darling digital news media for lady get accurate information. Many thanks to the production team, Musa Saukoma, Samuel Thomas, and Dennis Kamara. Now, the technician, they will support the production team for bringing this edition of the breakfast show come to you. Mina Khadija Bangwa say have a blessed day.
All right, until we meet again, Mabel Kabade say get a good day and goodbye.
develop city, then clean. All clean city, develop.
This is Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown. And today, I want to talk to Freetonians about sanitation. We objective, transform Freetown, transforming lives. We not go able to achieve them if we all not join hands. Freetown City Council get role, but every Freetonian also get responsibility. Let we start first with the fact say FCC with the sweep 110 major streets every single morning from Monday to Saturday. But when we don't sweep the streets, if Freetonians then come and they continue for heap dirty in the street, in order to make the place look fine. Now make we get them litter bins them. The yellow bins we wanna go see around. So with the waka, you drink from your water bottle, your water plastic, you eat your packet something, not even a ground where you done. Make sure say you put on one of them bins then they. That litter bin they, in order for you host dirty. You know mean say if you pack you host dirty, you can pin her next to the bins them. Not to the idea that. No give you host dirty. To them one way the Allah say clean salon. No say that dirty way they collect now you host. You know get for Karango now the one of the two official sites. You know they can go Kissy Bomber, you know they can go King Tom Bomber. It turns so it left on a ground. And now we council get a problem, but you self get a problem because now front somebody else in Domot, your own dirty don't end up. So wait you for do with you host dirty. We get the one then a council when we don't certify, say they're not approved waste providers, then they on tricycles, some of them they not vehicle. You will get host, you will get business, you in a hospital, institution, everybody for make sure say the waste collected by an approved FCC waste collector. We get the tricycle groups, we get the companies, so you go see them around. We engage with them on a regular basis. And wait till we go do now as we come into this new year. Now for make sure say FCC stand behind them for you for no side and day and for let them self go to you so that we no go get that gap. When you eat dirty in a gutter, it end up na Lumley Beach, Toke Beach, all the tourism ambition where we get for the city, we lost that potential there. FCC, they spend boku money pan dirty business. The fuel, the labor, the vehicle maintenance, the spare parts, the night operations, the illegal dump site clearing where we get for the do every now and then. All that boku money. I'm not gonna say we're not gonna spend anything, but we're going to reduce some. If Freetonians then do the right thing. Because we not gonna get for go clear illegal dump sites. We not gonna get for sweep as many streets and spend as long. So if we reduce that money we spend now on dirty business, we go able put some on development. We all want for improving municipal schools. We want improve the markets them. We want for let we see new developments at the city. That money we use for dirty business. You and while we all make up with mind. Pay.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.